Hi, beautiful guys and gals, Taylor here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Detective Pikachu Returns. Last time we continued to explore this warehouse. We dug deeper into Unitus's plan and found out that they stole meteorites from the ruins to gather an energy source, and we believe that the energy source went into the cubes that were made to try and control Pokemon. So anyway, this time we're gonna explore this room, check out the detainment rooms, and see if we can free these Pokemon and try and stop Unitus. So let's go. I wonder if the key we found will open this door. Looks like it will. Let's check out what's inside. Oh my goodness. Poliwrath. Poliwrath. Whirly and Burly. It's a Poliwrath. Does it look like it's being controlled right now? Hey, Poliwrath, why are you in here? It was kidnapped out of the blue and brought here. It really just wants to go back to its pond. Don't worry, we'll make sure that you get home. Just sit tight for a bit, okay? Let's hear what Poliwrath has to say. Oh my goodness. Unbeatable swimmer, huh? You sound pretty confident of that. Too bad it's not going anywhere to swim here. No kidding, it's gotta be pretty stressed. Whoa, why is it swinging its arms around like that? Oh, it's just showing us his favorite swimming stroke. I know, bud. You can't wait to get back into the water. How'd you get here? You and Hariyama were flexing on each other when some human suddenly grabbed you. That must have been the PPB. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I've seen Poliwrath and Hariyama fighting in the city before. It looks pretty mad about something. It's upset because they don't give it enough water here. Just like with Wooper, these poor Pokemon. Corviknight. Hey, aren't you the Corviknight that stole my hat? You don't remember, but probably? Hey, no apology necessary. I know it wasn't your fault. You were probably being controlled by one of those cubes. Can you tell me a bit about that? You're such a good flyer that nothing in the sky can scare you, huh? Hey, you're pretty terrifying when you're flying at someone head on. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Oh, I guess that's kind of a sore subject, huh? I'm not really blaming you for anything. Sorry I keep bringing it up. Do you remember how they managed to bring you here? I see. You went to sleep one day, and when you woke up, you were in a place that you didn't recognize. And that's when they started controlling you with the cube. I'm serious, Corviknight. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't beat yourself up. Yeah, we're going to show the world who's really at fault for this. Alright. Wonder... Yeah. There's Hariyama. Packs a straight arm wallop. Whoa, Hariyama sure looks riled up. No way, Hariyama. Don't even think about it. Huh? What did it say? It's been searching for a sumo opponent. Yeah, I don't know if you're really suited for a sumo. We don't really have the time to find out either. Sorry, Hariyama. I'm sure you'll find an opponent eventually. It says it loves testing its strength by sumo wrestling. I bet Hariyama would get really well with Darmanitan, but now's not a great time for them to spar. Yeah, if something happened to Darmanitan at this point, we'd be in real trouble. Sorry, Hariyama. Guess you win this round by default. So you were brought here against your will, too. I know that happened to a lot of Pokemon here, but I'm surprised they were able to subdue Hariyama. You're assuming Unitus played fair. Apparently, they grabbed him while it was in the middle of a standoff with Poliwrath. I see. It's been stomping on the floor every day as part of its training, but some of the floor started cracking. Believe it or not, Hariyama, I'm pretty sure those cracks are all you. Wow, it's really strong. Looks like the floor has been weakened here. Ooh, I could just barely see the floor below these cracks. If we have Darmanitan use its strength to wind these cracks, we might be able to get down there. And risk the whole floor caving in? I don't think so. Therefore, Darmanitan doesn't exactly have a light touch. Still, I think it's a good idea to ask Pokemon for help here. I don't think there's anything else for us to investigate in the detainment rooms. And we didn't find a passcode or a card key. We'll get downstairs. We'll never get downstairs at this rate. We'll have to think of another way. We need to get down to the next floor, but we can't take the stairs or use the elevator. You gotta think of a third option of getting down there. Let's brainstorm what we can do. Right, there's gotta be a way through. Well... yeah, we could have Excadrill drill a hole.
Okay.
Maybe we could ask Excadrill to drill a hole through the floor. Oh yeah, I bet Excadrill could carve out a mean hole for us. And if we take it to that section of the floor Hariyama already damaged, why, it could dig through that in no time flat. I'm sold. Let's hit up Excadrill for help. Anyway, that's the situation. Think you can help us, Excadrill? It says it's the least it can do. I'm so glad it'll help. Hey, Cramorant, give that controller back. Did you hear that voice? It's one of those Unitus grunts. They're probably gonna come in here too. We better hurry. Think you can start digging right away, Excadrill? I'll go get everyone else. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, we gotta hurry. Wow, you dug that hole in no time. We really appreciate it, Excadrill. Thanks to you, we can finally get down to B4. What about Excadrill and the others, though? Oh yeah, good point. Excadrill, you should get out of here. Just keep heading up. With your skills, I'm sure you'll be able to escape this place. And sorry for the stack on the favors, but please, take the other Pokemon with you. Oh, and would you find Wooper, Dusknoir, and any others from the upper floors, too? Yeah, go with Excadrill too, Cramorant, and don't let Unitus catch you this time. Thanks, Excadrill. Yeah, I hope we meet again someday. Okay, the rest of us should head down. Are you good to keep going, Rachel? Yeah, I've come this far after all. And I need to stop Papa, whatever it takes. Right, just don't push yourself too hard. Thanks, Tim. Alright then, it's about time we get a move on. We got no idea what's waiting for us down there, so keep your eyes peeled. Come on, everyone, through the hole. Did everyone make it down safely? I don't see anyone from Unitus here now. They all must have gone down to the bottom floor, B5. Oh look, a floor map. Let's check it out. Okay, so the door on the right leads down a hallway to some stairs, and the door on the left leads to some storage rooms in the elevator. But it looks like we can't pass through the storage rooms. It says they're packed full of crates. Then I guess we gotta use the stairs to get down to B5. Which means we need to open that door on the right. But it says here we need a card key to open the doors on the floor. Card key instead of a passcode this time. The security on this floor is the tightest yet. Yeah, it won't be easy, but we gotta find that card key. Now that I get a better look around, there sure are a lot of desks on this floor. According to the map we saw on B1, this floor is used by the research team. Oh yeah, it said that on the orders we saw earlier too. They said that Merloch's research data was stored on this floor. I guess that room in the middle is Merloch's personal research lab. We might be able to learn more about Unitus's research if we have a look around. True. Are you okay, Rachel? You're looking kind of pale. Oh, it's just knowing we might run into Papa soon is making me nervous. He's been leading Unitus this whole time, and they're the ones conducting the research with those cubes. What can I even say to him? What would help him to understand? This must be really tough for Rachel. Not sure exactly what you should say to your dad, but I do think you should be honest with him about how you feel. That's what's most important. Yeah, you could be right. Thanks, Tim. They said they're gonna go over there and keep watch. Thanks, that's a big help.
it again? Yeah. And it's stronger than before. But Pikachu's consciousness feels like it's getting weaker.
Getting weaker? Hang on. You mean Pikachu could disappear entirely, like Mewtwo said? That's right. Now that I've got my memories back, I'm basically hairy in everything but appearance. And the clearer my own consciousness becomes, the more Pikachu fades away. This is bad. We can't let Pikachu disappear. We've got to get your body back fast, for both of your sakes. You got that right. What's this? What is it? There's something stuck to my foot. Let's see. Looks like some orders addressed to the operations team. Proceed immediately to Jessica Miller's location. Find her at the pizzeria in Bamboo Borough. Capture the sleeping man discovered in Mewtwo's cave. So the guy who attacked Jessica got his orders from here. Well, what's this about? A sleeping man? Oh, I'm pretty sure they're talking about my body. Hey, Pikachu, you think Dad's body is close? Yeah, the feeling's stronger here than on any other of the floors so far. So it might be down on the lowest floor, B5. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Anyway, let's keep investigating. Okay. This must be your researcher's desk. I'm about to look through all your stuff. This looks like a diary. I can't make heads or tails of any of this scientific jargon, though. Wait, look, at this entry from last year. I received word from Mayor Myers that work has resumed at the Pokemon Unity Lab. They'll be continuing Emma's research on mutual understanding between humans and Pokemon, both through speech and the direct sharing of consciousness. If this is successfully achieved, Rhyme City will become an even safer and more pleasant place to live. The new organization takes its name from Emma's final project, Unitas. I decided to join Unitas myself. This research will benefit countless people. As a researcher, I expect to be very fulfilling work. So Papa's the one who names the organization Unitas. This researcher seems really proud to be a part of it. How can they find this work fulfilling when they're making Pokemon suffer? There's got to be a side to the story we're not seeing. Let's look at the management team. Posted some orders for the operations team. Go ahead and read them. Location, Bamboo Borough. Target, Jessica Miller. Objective, retrieve the thumb drive. This is about what happened in Bamboo Borough. It is imperative that the thumb drive is secure. That is a direct order from our CTO. Tim, what is it? Why did you stop reading? It says here that Unitas' CTO is Mr. Merloch. Wait, what? That guy's the chief technology officer? So the mayor's the CEO and Merloch's the CTO. Papa and Merloch led the organization together, but why? There's a map of Bamboo Borough attached to the document. They really put a lot of preparation into that attack on Jessica. What's this document? Let me see. Whoa, look at the title. Investigation report of the sleeping man found in Mewtwo's cave. What? That's a report about my body. What does it say? I'll read it out. After bringing the sleeping man back to the lab, we applied electric shocks and other external stimuli in an attempt to wake him, but to no avail. Based on his condition, we believe the subject has been asleep for quite some time. An electrocardiogram and various blood tests all returned results within the expected range for an adult human male. The only anomaly we've observed in the subject is his brain waves, which occasionally exhibit irregular behavior. However, these irregularities are not significant enough to warrant any great concern and do not seem to be negatively affecting his body. Though the sleeping man has not consumed any food while under our observation, his muscle mass shows no signs of atrophy. Our working hypothesis is that the energy within his body is maintaining his current condition. I guess that means your dad's just sleeping and he's still totally healthy? That's gotta be thanks to Mewtwo. Honestly, I'm just happy to hear I'm still alive. And no worse for wear either, which is a huge relief. Plus, now we have confirmation that your body's here in this lab. I guess that feeling I had was right on the money. Yeah. All that's left is to find that body of yours. God, there's a lot of talking. Seems like Jessica was an important target for Unitas. Yeah, especially considering the order came directly from Merloch, the CTO. I wonder why they were after her, though. Yeah, it's not enough to start deducing yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whew. If you guys want to read these, go ahead. I need to give my mouth a rest. Yeah, okay. Toolbox. Screwdrivers, an oil can, and a whole lot of other tools. There's even a blowtorch. Careful not to burn yourself. Here's a ticket submitted for the management team. Looks like it's from the research team. Issue is CTO's lab door. Car keys are recognized, but the door will not open or close. Upon inspection, it appears that some of the door's gears are broken. We have removed the broken gears and requested urgent assistance. Yeah. Alright. This must be a Unitas researcher's desk. There's a note here. From the research team to the management team. Orders from the CTO. Obtain the data from Jessica Miller, a resident of Bamboo Burrow. You are to notify the operations team to carry out these orders immediately. CTO, huh? So these instructions are from Chief Technology Officer. How do they think they can get away with treating people like this? Let's see if we can find any more information. Oh. No! I didn't mean to do that again. Anyway. Yeah. Search that. Search that. Okay, let's go this way. Nothing over there. Where are these papers? Those diagrams look like they're brainwaves or something. Pokemon test subjects experienced extreme fatigue after the cubes were attached. Irregular fluctuations in their brainwaves were also observed. The negative effects of the cubes on the physical health of the Pokemon seem rather significant. No, how could Papa allow this? We need to figure out what Howard's thinking. There's a voice recorder on the desk. Looks like there's a recording on it too. Well, let's hear it. I want to try out the voice recorder they gave me. They're supposed to be for keeping research notes. Do you really think recording casual conversation like this is okay? Why not? It's not like anyone else is going to listen to this. By the way, remember when Mr. Myers stopped by recently? Hadn't seen him around here for a while. I think he had a meeting with Mr. Merloch. I'd love to know what they were discussing. Oh yeah? Well, lucky for you, I sat in on that meeting to keep minutes. I heard what Mr. Myers had to say, and, there was something off about it. Oh, how so? Mr. Merloch made the cubes, so the mayor is putting his complete trust in him now. Isn't that good? I guess, but I don't know. It's the way Mr. Myers said it. He was like, we need the cubes so a disaster like the R incident can never happen again. He was seriously worked up, particularly shouting, in fact. Which I guess is understandable considering he lost his wife, Emma, in the R incident. Yeah, I never met her, but I heard she truly was a gifted researcher. Same, plus the mayor's got a daughter. He's just trying to keep her safe and make sure what happened to Emma doesn't happen to her too. He literally said, I will do anything to protect my daughter. Family man, huh? Respect. Sure, but even so, the intense look on his face, you should have seen it. I mean, I was legitimately terrified of him. Papa. Sounds like he's a good father, but all this stuff with cubes is misguided. How are you doing, Rachel? I know this must be hard. I'm fine. I just need to talk to my dad face to face. Man. Looks like someone's in the middle of building a computer. I don't see anything else unusual. Did you hear something just now? Huh? No, I didn't. Never mind then, I guess. No, I definitely heard something. Yeah, I heard that. Well, that's the... Hey, Darmanitan. That's the thing. I've looked everywhere in here. Oh, what's this? I didn't see that first. There's a bunch of gears here, but there's also an open space in the middle. Seems to be missing some gears. Guess it's undergoing maintenance. I don't see Dad's body or Mayor Myers around here. Same, I want to investigate the room in the back, but the door isn't working. What should we do? Huh? Wait, what was that? I heard it too. It came from that half-assembled computer. Let's check it out. Huh? Whoa, there's some kind of Pokemon inside the computer. What? I can't see inside. Is it okay? It says it found the perfect little gap to wedge itself into and take a nap. A nap, huh? Sounds pretty relaxed. Surprising number of Pokemon seem to prefer tight spaces. It's wondering if its partner has returned yet. Who's its partner? A researcher here, apparently. They must have gone to a different floor to do some work. This Pokemon says it's been napping while it waits for its partner to return. Sorry, buddy, your partner's not back yet. Why don't you go look for them, then? Oh, I get it. You're stuck. Uh-oh, is it okay? I think so. It doesn't sound like it's in any pain. It sounds sad, though. You can't just leave it like this. I guess we may as well help since we're here and all. It's really wedged in there, though. I don't think we could just yank it out. We probably need some sort of tool. Didn't we just pass by a desk with some tools on it? Yeah. Hang on, Pokemon. We'll get you out of there.
I see.
Oil cans, screwdrivers. My best guess would probably be screwdrivers. Uh-huh. Careful, if you keep trying so hard to get out, you could really hurt yourself. Well, Tim, think you can use one of these tools to rescue this Pokemon? Or no, wait, maybe the oil can. Maybe we could help it with this oil can. Hey, yeah, you can use the oil to help it slide out. Heads up in there, I'm going to pour some oil in. Alright, it should be a lot easier to slip out now. Well, think you can get out now? Oh, I knew it. Clink, energy generating duo. Ah, there was a clink inside. Thanks for getting you out of there. Forget about it. It was nothing. Anyway, sorry to jump right in, but mind if we ask a few questions, Clink? Do you know where to find the card key that opens the doors? Clink says his partner is always carrying a tool that it can open doors. Is there another one like it somewhere else? I guess all the researchers here keep their card keys on them at all times. Then it could be hard to get our hands on one. Do you get along well with the humans in this place, Clink? Right, I know you're good friends with your partner. Your partner hasn't seemed happy since you two came here, huh? It's worried because its partner seems really concerned about something. Maybe Clink's partner is having second thoughts about the development of the cubes. Yeah. Maybe not everyone in Unitas is awful. Yeah, I can tell you like small enclosed spaces. That's why I was sleeping on that computer in the first place. Apparently, this wasn't a one-off thing. Clink gets itself stuck all the time. Much to its partner's annoyance, it seems. I guess it still hasn't learned its lesson. I'm glad we were able to help Clink. Yeah, I'm just relieved it's okay. Hey, Tim, is it just me, or does the shape of this Clink look familiar? That panel by the middle door, maybe? Yep, exactly. Let's head over there. I'm pretty sure Clink's the perfect size. Excellent. Wait here a sec. I'll go get Clink. So anyway, think you can help us out, Clink? You're up for the job then? Thanks, Clink.
Okay, Clink, do your thing.
Oh. I was gonna say, make sure nobody's in there. Alright, it worked. Thanks, Clink. Now I can get inside. Oh, you're gonna go find your partner? But you don't know where your partner is? Afraid I can't help you with that one. Maybe try upstairs. There's a Unitas member searching for Cramorant up there. If you're heading upstairs, go ahead and use that hole in the ceiling. No, you're the one who helped us. See you later, Clink. I hope Clink finds its partner. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Merloch. Merloch's lab. Wait, is Merloch the guy who we saw earlier? Not earlier. In the beginning of the game? You know, the guy who wore purple and had the black hair and glasses? Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Where do we even start? Okay, let's take a look. There's a voice recorder. Research arrangements.
Report subject, research arrangements. I informed Howard that I would like to resume Emma's final research project. It focused on coexistence with Pokemon, the Unitas project. I also pointed out that conducting such research would require a proper facility. Naturally, I suggested we name this new facility the Unitas Lab. Howard was rather taken with that name. He accepted my proposal immediately. And with that, all obstacles to my research have been removed.
Merloch was the one who suggested to Mayor Myers to restart Emma's research? He's been involved with all this right from the start. Alright, track titled Q presentation. Let's hear it. Thank God I don't have to do the talking during the recordings.
Report subject, Q presentation. I gave my presentation about the cubes to Howard today. He seemed concerned about the strain of it on Pokemon. But in the end, he understood that some side effects here and there are simply unavoidable. Now we can continue development without looking over our shoulders. Once production is going smoothly, I plan to move on to the project I kept on the back burner until now.
Papa knew the side effects the Pokemon would face, but he still didn't stop the plan. No, but he was at least worried about them. If nothing else, that shows there's kindness in him. I don't know that the same can be said for Merloch. The recording painted a pretty clear picture of what kind of person he is. I've had a bad feeling about Merloch from the moment we met him, but I didn't realize he was this terrible. This research hurts Pokemon, but he's pushing forward with such enthusiasm. We have to stop him somehow. Okay. There's a bunch of different information scribbled on here. Handwriting's awful. This is going to be hard to decipher. It's hard to tell exactly, but it looks like summaries of a few different things. Let's read each one carefully. Goodness. In order to promote the widespread use of cubes throughout the world, we must highlight the dangers Pokemon pose to humans. News stories that reveal famous and popular Pokemon to actually be dangerous are especially effective at achieving this. For example, Detective Pikachu. Well, that explains a lot. If news got out that I destroyed that Slowpoke statue, people in the city would probably start feeling less safe. Right, which would lead more and more people to believe that cubes are necessary. Good thing we were able to prove your innocence before that story made the news. You're telling me. Still, now I wonder. Is that the only reason they detained me? The writing's over here just as sloppy. Can you read it, Tim? Let's see. I have no concerns with using Butler. If anything goes wrong at the PPB, the responsibility will fall entirely on him. Butler, as in the former chief of the Pokemon Protection Bureau? So Butler was working with Merloch as well, huh? There's some stuff written about you here, Pikachu. And judging by the handwriting, Merloch must have been pretty worked up when he wrote it. Project Detective Pikachu, Phase 1, meet the specimen in person and measure its vitals. Detective Pikachu, Phase 2, receive the specimen from the PPB. Phase 3, extract the energy from the specimen. Receive the specimen? Guess that's referring to when the PPB was detaining me. Maybe they did something to me when I was being controlled by the cube and I had no idea what was going on. I managed to stop them from delivering you to Unitas, but Merloch's plan is still moving forward. Yeah, it appears. Beats me. Merloch seems to be gathering energy from a variety of sources, but what's he planning to do with it? I have no idea. There's another room back there. Wait, huh? What is it, Tim? You see something? Are those photos of Dad and Pikachu? Yeah, like look close.
Why is there a picture of you in there, Pikachu? I'm guessing it doesn't belong to an adoring fan. You better look into this.
Well, when we get in there, looks like experiment reports. Yeah. I conducted an experiment in which I exposed the Aurora Drop to an energy from the meteorites. It was a success. The Aurora Drop showed clear signs of activation. However, only a fragment of the whole was activated. I must trigger this activation throughout the entirety of the Aurora Drop. Doing so will necessitate more experiments. You wanted to activate the Aurora Drop? Guess it really wasn't just an ordinary jewel. I need a more effective method of extracting energy from the meteorites. A tremendous amount of high purity energy is required to activate the Aurora Drop. It's more research material on the meteorites like we found on floor B2. Based on my recent experiments, I was able to lay out a plan and achieve the final goal. All that remains is to order the operations team to collect a sufficient amount of meteorites. So those goons we ran into at the ruins were acting under Merloch's orders. But what's this final goal he's talking about? I can't tell from the document. Yeah, I've been wondering that myself. Yeah, we searched this whole room, but we still haven't found the door passcode. What about the numbers on the whiteboard in the back room? There's gotta be worth a shot at least. Okay. 200122. Let's try that one. Okay. Hold on. 200122. Hey, got it right from the get-go. That's it, the door opened. Now we can take a look in the back room. Well, that must be Merloch's as well. Yeah. This room kind of looks like a chemistry classroom, actually. Yeah. Where should we start looking? The document's titled Shutting Down the Fusion Machine. Fusion machine? What kind of machine is that? No idea. To shut down the machine, in the event of an emergency, remove the power cable. That's it? Yeah, that's all it says. Judging from the messy writing, whoever jotted this down must have been in a hurry. Yeah. This document was written by Mayor Myers. The title is Coexistence Plan for Rhyme City. It also says confidential. Looks like it contains a schedule for distributing the cubes throughout the city. It says the mayor will make an announcement before the cubes on the last day of Pokemon Friendship Week. Guess that settles it. That revolutionary device that's been making news lately is definitely the cubes. There's a draft of his speech in here too. I'll read it. Citizens of Rhyme City, allow me to once again express my plans for our mutual home. I aim to foster a city in which people and Pokemon can live together in peace and safety. For many of you, the R incident 2 years ago was an unprecedented hardship. I assure you, no one knows that hardship better than I do. But Rhyme City will not stop moving forward. As a testament to our commitment to a mutual coexistence between people and Pokemon, we have created a truly revolutionary device. And so, on this last day of Pokemon Friendship Week, it is my honor to finally unveil to you the Friendship Cube. Hoppa. By Friendship Cube, he means the control cubes. That's right, he's planning to distribute these cubes that he can control all the Pokemon in the city. We can't let him deliver that speech he's got planned. The papers are completely covered in sloppy, scribbled equations. They look complicated. Yeah, this all means absolutely nothing to me. It's some kind of experiment report. Read it to us. The experiment was a failure. To make two become one, the proper balance of energy is absolutely critical. Too much or too little will result in failure. Making adjustments will be difficult but necessary. But I can do this. I know I can do this. Only I can make two become one. Two become one? What's he trying to fuse two things together? Proper balance of energy is absolutely critical. He literally underlined this part of the emphasis. Oh? Do you think this voice recorder also belongs to Merloch? Yeah, and it might have some important information. Let's give it a listen after this. Yeah. It's got 3. Research data. Let's hear it. Sure thing.
Report subject. Research data. Approximately 6 months prior to the R incident, I discovered a method of blending the minds of humans and Pokemon. This would make it possible to control Pokemon as we please. I'm certain this is the greatest discovery of the century. But it was not possible at that stage of my research to make my hypothesis a reality. More information was required. Since then, I've searched relentlessly for the missing piece of the puzzle. Until at last, I found it in the research that Emma had previously conducted. She called my research dangerous, insisted that I stop, but that was no concern of mine. I took the first opportunity to scour the research facility, but by that point, Emma's data was nowhere to be found. Jessica did this. I will stop at nothing to find Jessica and retrieve the data she took.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, Jessica targeted and Emma's data stolen. All so he could work on his new research. That's so awful. Finding Jessica. Alright.
Report subject. Finding Jessica. I had not expected Pikachu and his allies to show up in Bamboo Burrow. Nevertheless, we did manage to find Jessica and retrieve the research data. Now that the last piece of the puzzle is in my possession, my research is finally complete. With this data, I can conduct simulations of linking minds.
Huh? Simulations of linking minds. Whatever Merloch's goal is, I don't think it's good. Proving my hypothesis.
Report subject. Proving my hypothesis. I did it. I finally did it. Two become one. That is the answer. Two become one. This is definitive proof that my hypothesis was correct. I wish I could have shown this to Emma and Jessica. The cubes are nothing more than toys now.
I don't like that. He's just using my mom's research for his own ends. What's wrong with that man? I couldn't agree more. Merloch's trying to make something even worse than the cubes. Yeah, and we gotta stop him. Listening to those recordings, Merloch sounded unhinged. He was getting awfully excited by the thought of achieving whatever wild dream he has. According to him, the cubes are just toys compared to whatever he's got cooking now. I wonder if the mayor's even aware of what Merloch's up to. There's a lot we still don't know, but at least we have a better idea of why Jessica was targeted. Right, let's take a moment to digest all this information and make some deductions.
Okay, let's start deducing. Right.
They needed the research data that Jessica had.
Okay.
Merloch needed the research data Jessica was holding on to. Jessica and Emma's research data, and that's why she was targeted. The data is being used to research something other than the cubes. I've got a bad feeling about this. I don't think we've investigated everything in this lab yet. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's explore a little more. That's definitely a picture of you, Pikachu. What the heck does all this mean? Let's take a look and see if there's anything else here. Numbers. Pretty careless if it displayed the door passcode so prominently. I'm wondering more about the numbers we haven't used yet. That could also be a passcode, but I can't say for sure. Hold on. Well, Merloch is seriously starting to creep me out. Keeping pictures of me and Pikachu posted in his room, what's up with that? Not to mention stealing Dad's body and keeping it somewhere in this building. The fact that he's got photos of me, Harry, and Pikachu right next to each other makes me wonder if Merloch's already figured it out. Figured what out? That my consciousness is in Pikachu's body. No way. If not, then why has he been targeting me so persistently? I can barely read what's written here. Meteorite, aurora drop, human? That's all I can make out. Huh. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Let's head down to B5 and look for Harry's body. Seeing it up close might help us figure all this out. Unitas, no, Merloch is willing to do whatever it takes to pursue his research. We've got to do something.
Hey, got a moment?
What is it?
I think we should organize our finding so far.
Yeah, let's lay it out.
Oh, this again? We have a lot of info to pick over, but this much is clear. 3 people are at the center of this mystery. Howard, Merloch, and Emma. Oh, never mind. I thought they were gonna do like the last couple investigations, like in the first one, where they had everybody gathered around, and then we had to choose the correct answer to progress the issue, I guess. Those 3 are closely connected with Unitas. Yeah, but they each had different goals. Let's think a bit more about those 3 people. Howard's trying to have cubes attached to the Pokemon of Rhyme City. After hearing that recording, I at least kind of understand where he's coming from. He wants to protect Rachel and make sure something like the R incident never happens again. He's got good intentions, but his methods are way off the mark. You just have to convince him of that somehow. Merloch is set on continuing his research no matter what. He even went so far as stealing Emma's research data so he could advance his own. We don't know exactly what he's researching, but I think it's safe to assume it's nothing good. He said something about simulations of linking minds. I think the only way we're going to find out more about that is if we ask Merloch himself. The goal of Emma's research was mutual understanding between humans and Pokemon. She seemed to be trying to create a society where humans and Pokemon could perfectly coexist. She sounds like she had a good heart. But now Merloch's using Emma's research data. Right. Data that's so dangerous she tried to steal it away. The Unitas we're seeing now is nothing like the Unitas project Emma was part of. I think we've seen all there is to see on this floor. If only we could head down to the next. But we're not getting there without a card key. Right, and we didn't even find one in the lab. But there doesn't seem to be everywhere else to look. What should we do? For now, let's head out and join the others. Maybe we'll uncover something new. I was gonna say, can I at least write down this other passcode here, just in case if I need it. If only I had something to write with. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. You know what? We haven't done this in a while, so let's do it.
Why do I call myself a great detective? Well, saying it helps me get closer to actually being one, even if it's just a little bit. Nothing more than that, really.
Alright, let's get out. Hmm? What is it? I hear someone talking up above.
Why is there a hole here? Oh no! Hey, sweet! They dropped their card key!
Well, that was easy.
Okay.
Wow, way to go, Growlithe and Pangoro. Don't bust out the party hats yet. Someone from Unitas is bound to show up any second now. According to the floor map, there are stairs on the other side of this door on the right. We need to get a move on. Right. Alright, guys. Well, I'm actually going to end this episode off here. In the next episode, we will proceed through the right door and see what happens next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!